Steam is the go-to marketplace for many PC gamers. It has a vast library of games for the platform, with more released every day. Players can easily end up with more than they could ever play on Valve's platform, but not every game finds its way there. Despite the platform's ubiquity, some developers still don't release their titles on Valve's storefront. In some cases, there's exclusivity at work, and many games get released on the publisher's own storefront or on one of Steam's competitors. Sometimes it's an age issue with older games not yet updated for modern systems. For whatever reason it happens, some excellent PC games simply cannot be purchased on Steam. Looking beyond purchasing games, there are even some exceptional browser games worthy of any title found in an exclusive launcher. The Diablo franchise is a gaming classic. For over 20 years, the series has provided unique, loot-focused hackness/slash gameplay to the action RPG subgenre. Despite the original Diablo trilogy's prestige, none of them are available on Steam. It's an unusual omission given that many older games have made their way to Steam. Those who want to play any of the Diablo games instead have to go to Battle.net to purchase them or acquire a disc version of the game. However, the first installment is available as a browser game at playclassicgames.com, while the original 3 games aren't on Steam. Returning and new players can find the newest Diablo on Steam for a standard game price. Steam is the most popular storefront for PC gaming. However, one of the most popular games of the modern era ever has never appeared on it. Fortnite is notorious for its impact on both inside and outside gaming. New seasons and varying game modes make it more enjoyable than ever. Constant collaborations keep Fortnite fresh and relevant, even years after its release. Most recently, Fortnite has even brought Hatsune Miku into the Battle Royale mix. However, Fortnite is developed by Epic Games, which runs its own storefront. Epic is serious about its competition with Steam and is heavily in favor of exclusivity. As such, Fortnite isn't available on Steam, and it's unlikely that it ever will be. However, the Battle Royale title is still easily accessible with the Epic Games launcher. Even if players have only the Fortnite game saved to their desktop, Epic will launch itself in the background. Hard to believe that after so many years of Minecraft, the original game has never made its way to Steam. Even odder is that Minecraft Dungeons is actually on Steam, which might mislead many gamers. A simple sandbox game, Minecraft has remained a staple in every gamer's diet for over a decade. There is a way to beat the game, which involves triumphing in the tough battle with the Ender Dragon. But whether players choose to combat the Ender Dragon is all up to them. At this point, Minecraft feels ageless. It's an exceptionally child-friendly game, while also acting as a great platform for gamers who love getting down and dirty in the mines. It still receives updates, and most of these updates have also made it to consoles. With its own launcher, PC gamers can easily head to the Minecraft website and download it. The launcher loves featuring new updates and game modes, while also acting as a nice way to manage servers. Browser games have carried the world of online PC gaming. While most of the best PC games are tucked behind fancy launchers, Friday Night Funkin' is an amazing rhythm game set to have a full release one day. FNF can be played on multiple browsers, but Newgrounds and itch.mo are the best places to play. In a sea of rhythm games, it might be hard to understand why this game stands out, but the game has a very Scott Pilgrim feel to it. The basic story of the game is that the main character, boyfriend, constantly has to defend himself and his right to date the properly named girlfriend. These battles include facing off against girlfriend's demonic parents and even a frightening fellow who wishes to eat her. The art style is simple yet cute, and the songs are incredibly addicting to listen to. With varying modes of difficulty, Friday Night Funkin' is also very accessible for new rhythm gamers. More commonly referred to as just Star Rail, Honkai Star Rail feels like the second child of Hoiverse. Taking its name and many characters directly from Genshin Impact 3rd, Star Rail has impressed its player base with its witty dialogue and excellent story. While there are direct ties to Honkai Impact, this entry is more than capable of standing on its own, as players don't need to have played through Honkai Impact to enjoy this game. Releasing after Hoyoverse's other title, Genshin Impact, Star Rail managed to rise above it all and make a name for itself. There are many layers to the story. It all begins with a group called the Stellaron Hunters, and when they awaken the main character, better known as the Trailblazer, players will get to pick a male or female version before diving headfirst into a chaotic scene and travel with him. Now, Star Rail is also one of the largest gacha games at the moment, with its limited characters and weapons drawing players back into the grind. While not available on Steam, gamers can download the Hoyo Play launcher for free. Despite Genshin Impact often feeling neglected by Horrorverse when it comes to quality of life updates, it still reigns as a fantastic story-driven game. Genshin's massive open-world game takes players to several different nations, each facing their own mostly political issues. The player character, called the Traveler, is seeking to find their lost twin, who is somehow involved with the affairs of Tevat, and the journey has yet to come to an end, but there are years worth of content for new and returning players to get through. Being an online service game, Genshin is constantly getting updates. These updates can be eagerly awaited story quests or even a fun limited time event. As one of Hover's highest grossing gacha games, players can expect to see fancy characters running for short periods on a rotating schedule. Like most of Hoyoverse's games, Genshin can be played on PC after downloading the Hoyo Play launcher. There, PC gamers can find all of their favorite Hoyoverse games. League of Legends is one of the most recognizable game titles. While Netflix's adaptation of a League story seen through Arcane hasn't done much to increase the player base, League is still going strong. For any newly interested players, be forewarned that League can feel overwhelming to hop into for the first time. As most of its players are those who have been playing it for years, there are far too many egos to be found in the game chat. And hostile environments aside, there's a reason that many players have clung to League throughout the years. The top-down game consists of intense team-based battles. Players get to choose from an impressive roster of dynamic characters, leaving plenty of room to try out new strategies. If there's one thing that Riot has proven, it's that they're more than capable of making awesome stories and interesting characters. If you as one of Riot's largest titles, Low is not on Steam. Instead, players will need to download the Riot Games launcher. Riot Games has reminded gamers of their keen eye for storytelling, and Valorant is no excuse. However, the gorgeous cinematics and narrative only add to the excellent gameplay found within. In a competitive PvP game, Valorant has teams of 5 fighting against each other. The most standard Valorant match comprises taking turns defending and attacking the objective, meaning strategy and a deep understanding of game mechanics are necessary for a clean win. Valorant is a little different when it comes to a shooter game. Players are encouraged to stop moving forward while they shoot, as this will reduce accuracy. As such, gamers have to learn how to be patient, quiet, and strafe when caught in a shootout. Similar to Riot's other huge title, League of Legends, there's an excellent lineup of agents for players to choose from. Each agent has a unique kit and design, making each game just a little bit different from the previous one. So, as a Riot game, Valorant can be played from the Riot Games launcher. Tarkov was released at an amazing time. Gamers were starting to get tired of the endless battle royale games that had followed in PUBG's wake. That being said, Tarkov is not a battle royale game. Instead, it's a tactical survival game that requires players to make it from one point of the map to another to be extracted. Players will load in, either solo or with a team, and must fight their way there. And Tarkov stands out for its realism and heavily addicting gameplay that keep players dropping in for even more raids. It requires players to be careful and smart with their moves to make it to their goal. In terms of FPS online games, Escape from Tarkov is one of the greatest. It also falls under the few PC titles that can't be found on Steam. Hopping into Tarkov is easy enough, however, as gamers just need to make themselves an account on Tarkov's website and download the title directly. Fable is a classic RPG, and its sequels are just as popular. Unusually for Steam users, only one of the series is available on the marketplace. The original Fable exists in multiple forms on the Steam marketplace, including Fable The Lost Chapters and Fable Anniversary, but neither Fable 2 nor Fable 3 can be found. That's certainly a letdown for any gamer who happens upon the first game and is looking for the sequels. at least part of this is console exclusivity. Fable 2 has never seen a PC release. It's only available on the Xbox. However, Fable 3 is available on both platforms. Players can use a Steam key to run Fable 3 through Steam. However, they cannot buy it from Steam and no new keys are being created, making it surprisingly hard to acquire. Fable isn't lost for good, but not having access to these games on Steam can be mildly frustrating for any PC gamer.